here?
We're trapped in a box. Trapped in a box. Can't get out.
Help, audience.
Cast dimensional prison again. No, drat.
We literally are trapped in boxes, though.
Are we here?
I haven't seen it, so.
Can we be heard? Hey, audience.
Hi.
Are we just speaking
We're
into
just
the void?
very silly today.
We're all tired.
Can y'all hear us?
Extremely hot and everyone's heat exhaustion. Kaichu says yup, which I assume means we are here double.
I'm trapped in this box. Can't get out.
No. All right. So,
It's good.
if audio is a thing, I will begin. Hello to all of our internet friends, webcomic fans. It is I, your friendly neighborhood dungeon biologist again, welcoming you to another steamy, exciting, heaping helping of Trash Heroes, the D&D stream where we recount the epic adventures of this wildly improbable collection of horrible creatures that we call the Trash Heroes. Our players are, of course, as always, a bunch of wonderful internet cartoonists, although it does look like Peter is currently headless. Oh no, there he is. It's all good.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're all
Just
fine.
put that right back on. It's fine.
We're all fine here. How are you?
My dog's ball ended up rolling underneath my kneeling chair, making it impossible to distribute weight in any direction without feeling like a seal doing a circus act.
Perfect.
We're all good now.
Perfect.
Good.
You, of course, can, as always, find all of the wonderful links to everybody's work in the upper right-hand corner. Please do check out everybody's social media, subscribe to Patreons, support your local artists. There is also a Patreon for the stream. You can support if you want to support the stream. I'm overdue to post some stuff on it, so I will be doing that this weekend.
It's been a month.
It's been a lot. And you can find links to that in the about description below. And without further ado, I will introduce the characters. Absent tonight, but here in spirit, but in reality in France. It's the keeper of the vermin, protector of the trash heap, Fetid Quaggle. Hooray!
Chomp, chomp.
This is where Jeff would say, "That's me."
That's me.
I like the idea that in Trash Heroes, people are here and stink.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, here in stench.
In
Here
spirit, but
here in stench, yeah. But not-
spirit is represented by stink lines
Yeah.
in this comic. Next up, the larger-than-life pit-fighting superstar that is Ugna Sugar Tusks.
Bone crushing time.
And then we have our trickster cleric, rogue baker, and all-around party animal, Dwymerdell.
Sup, sluts. I'm a slut.
Good.
Excellent. And finally, our sweet old grandpa, who's also accidentally an ancient warlock, Copernicus Sunshine.
I couldn't die if I tried. I literally don't know how.
Please don't. I don't know if that's now up there in mid. Oh, it's coming out.
I made it the DM.
Indeed. All right, so
Wait,
when we
the,
last time on Trash Heroes, the party arrived in the capital city of Puerto Dorado with only a single day remaining on their deadline to deliver their cargo to the faraway city of Dwymerdell. Maybe this is a good time to pull that
For a
map up.
It's like I anticipated this.
The world map. A world map.
Look at where we are. Oh, this is the wrong
yeah,
map. I'm sorry.
That's the wrong map.
I thought that was the correct map.
It's a map that doesn't quite show either of the two places
No.
I just mentioned.
Perfect. I was like, I'm all ready.
But
I'm
they're
super good at this
almost-
today.
They're almost there.
How about the entire
It's
world?
okay.
How about the world? There's the
But
world map.
Anywho, as I was saying, the single day remaining to deliver your cargo to the faraway city of Dwymerdell, so you can all see on the map now
Way up here in the Woodlands.
that I don't have the thing to click on. So,
Yeah.
Alina, you'll have to use your mouse.
Yep.
And you can see the little, if you go down to the little hook on the Holy Ibetian Empire and show everyone where Puerto Dorado is to be found.
Up here. That's where we are.
There we go.
Somewhere in here.
You're zooming weird. I think you're just really behind for me. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just lagging
and then,
for you.
And then you need to go up to right under the T in the Northlands.
Up
to the city of the
here.
far, far away city of Dwymerdell.
Oh, right over here. So we went like all the way across the ocean.
Or you will. We didn't get that far.
That's true.
So you arrived at Puerto Dorado only to find that the port was under siege by a dragonborn armada and was locked down with nested magical barriers to prevent people from going through, particularly magic items. And so you would require special passports to circumvent these barriers. Your guide, the Senora Tarea Garante, went to investigate your options while the team prepared the mother of all distractions, summoning a celestial being reminiscent of a winged Elvis, arming it with the huge anti-gravity sphere that you acquired, and wreathed all of the above in hell flames from one of Copernicus's summoned demons.
I'm only just realizing that we didn't do anything with the fact that Elvis is one letter off of Elvish.
Yep.
There has to be something we could. I don't know what it is. We'll come back to it later. But
At some point, you're
got
going
money on the
to
table
remember
there.
this and say something about Elvish has left the building.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah.
there we go. That's the one.
That's what you say at the end of Lord of the Rings, right? When they all sail off in the boat,
Yeah.
right? They're
Elvish has left the
they
building.
drop a mic and say, "Elvish has left the building."
Yeah, perfect.
Bitches.
Good.
Yeah, that was my Gandalf impression. Or maybe that was Bilbo.
No, that's your Sir Ian McKellen impression.
Correct.
Very,
yes.
very, very true. So while this summoned being began gleefully destroying the flagship of the invaders, the rest of you made contact with the local quaggles, made arrangements to hide all your magic stuff, and bluffed your way into the city past the guards, met with one of Senora Garente's contacts to get your passports, and then the next step was to forge them to permit your magic items, which required attending an exclusive high society club, where many shenanigans ensued. Ugna wore an owlbear cub as a hat. Copernicus danced with Barb in the form of a bucket being carried on top of a blood-crafted puppet operated by Fetid. Tromlin joined the band and generally magicked the crowd into
It
dancing.
stopped giving a shit about everything for a little bit.
Very
Indeed.
good.
And this, of course, is when all of your amazing pseudonyms came about. I'm trying to remember. It was Olivia Pancake,
Right. And Nanya Business.
Nuno Bidness,
No business.
and the Lady Bidness, who was a bucket on a stick.
And just actual Tromlin's actual name,
Yeah.
which I don't even know.
And Fetid was Willie Nelson, I do believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So eventually, Tarea made all the arrangements. You were able to go retrieve your belongings and sneak through the city, stopping at the cathedral to plant the bugs that the Maestro Vittori gave you, and also chalk up one of Copernicus's bucket list items, which involved Barb and the confessional, and I will not elaborate. And finally, the party met with and negotiated a bargain with the secret society of magic users called the Sodalitas Ortus, who maintain a teleportation circle between Puerto Dorado and Dwymerdell. The bargain was for a favor to be specified later, which totally won't
ominous.
come back to
Nope.
haunt anyone.
Absolutely not gonna bite
It's
us
great.
in the ass.
Perfect.
And so Senora Garente took her leave, and the rest of you stepped into the circle where you were engulfed in magical energies. So we begin with the curtain of magical energy dropping, and you are absolutely in exactly the same place. Nothing has changed. You're in a warehouse of black stone. There is a circle on the floor. There are a handful of people in black robes with their faces covered. For all you know, this was just a magic light spell.
Did
But you're
it work?
I
'Cause I'm like looking
so.
at the floor.
I think where we came from and where we're going just happened to look a very lot alike. You there, boy? What day is it?
the guy throws his hood back, and it's actually like a young street urchin with a flat cap, but still the same
Inexplicably.
height.
Yeah.
Like he's just got, that's what his head is, and he says, "Why, it's Christmas." No,
He got
There's still
cursed
time.
with
We can deliver the
urchinitis.
goods.
no, in fact, he doesn't do that, but he does say in a very, very different, eerie voice. The guy you were talking to before, you'll recall, was kind of like a dull, drab, monotony businessman type. This voice sounds like it's coming from the bottom of a well and echoing its way up, but it's just coming out of the cowl, and there's no trace of anything like a face. There's just an empty pit in the hood, and the voice emanates up it, saying, "Welcome, travelers, to the city of Dwymerdell. You have arrived, and now, as per the terms of our bargain, you must leave this place." And he gestures with a sweeping sleeve. Again, there's no sign of any kind of like hand or anything. There's just a long sleeve that drapes at the end.
Does the wizard deal that we signed specify that we have to leave? That's a thing in the actual contract.
No, the contract though simply is the bargain is for the transport.
It also
So
says
you-
we can stay.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but could I interpret this as the favor that I am to do them, such that it feels satisfying to me that this was?
No. You definitely could not.
Listen, I wouldn't be a warlock if I wasn't looking for the upper end of a bad deal. So.
Indeed.
At all times.
All right.
Ugna thinks nothing about this is strange and is just like, oh, thanks. I'm really glad to be here. Gives like a big awkward wave and then looks around.
Yeah, I'll secure our cargo and make sure that everything looks
Yep.
above board.
So when he gestured, a door, pretty much in the same place as the door you entered to come into the warehouse at the other end, opens seemingly by itself with a very eerie creak. And he just stands there gesturing at the door.
I guess we'll just be going before anything ominous happens. I'm gonna whistle as I
Whistle tunelessly.
and then realize that we need to do this slowly and carefully because we have a giant thing of luggage to
Yeah.
transport.
I'm hefting most of it,
Yeah.
but I'm sure there's still some small crates that people can carry.
Oh, could you give us directions to? Oh wait, they probably don't know where the Thieves Guild is here.
No.
Common probably
No.
does.
Lane, have I been to Dwymerdell before? It's
I
far, but is it on the
believe-
circuit?
I believe that we said you had not
Okay.
gone that far to the east. Ravenfall is as far east as you've competed. I guess technically Northhold is also further east, and you've been there. But
Right.
but yeah, you haven't come further down the the Great Ring Road. You know of Dwymerdell, and
Right.
you know that there is an arena there.
Oh, here,
But
I've
you've
got
never
another
competed.
better map for switching to.
Yeah, you can do the map of the north and actually show this side of the Evermere.
There we are. There's Dwymerdell. And there's where we're from. And we came ways from the south.
We went from Mud Hollow, crisscrossed to Alder Cove, crisscrossed back to the
You
southeast,
didn't,
and
you
then
didn't actually
teleport
go to.
across.
Yeah, you didn't actually go to Elder Cove.
Oh, we went to Karsh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you went south to
Okay.
Karsh.
and we met the captain from Alder.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then
correct.
we smuggled ourselves into the country. Good. Anybody know where we're going?
Grand Nugget, do you know where the you know what headquarters is hereabouts?
Do I? I assume I do.
You, in fact, have, of course, as one of your backgrounds, the friends in low places and contacts, both of which represent your Thieves Guild connections. So you would know where to go to find local guild members. You
Okay.
would sort of, you don't necessarily know the city well, but you know what parts of the city. Between the two of you, Copernicus has been here. Of course, you've got the well-traveled trait, so you've been here before. And in fact, you have family in town, as you do everywhere. And Tromlin, you would know where the parts of town are, what they are, referred to as. So you want to go to a district known as, or a part of a district known as Knife Alley,
Friendly
where
place.
where you are
They
likely
sell
to find.
cutlery.
Yes.
They call
Just
it
a bunch of those places you always see in the mall where they sell like
oh,
Swords.
like
Sure.
Japanese
decorative
Yeah.
knives,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You sharpen
fancy
knives.
Yeah.
On your head.
So you basically Ugna can take. There's only two really difficult to transport things here: the big chest that turns into Maestro Vittori's cart, and the actual crate that you're delivering. So in a couple of trips, you get that out into the alleyway. You push the button to make the cart pop up into its actual wheeled form, and load the cart
can
with
tell
the
that-
crate.
You can tell that we've all worked convention logistics because we are taking the time to describe how we do loadout
Yep.
and
Yep.
Yep.
the sequence of carrying the heavy things to the rolling
Yep.
things to the other.
We also
big-
have a
So
convention
important.
all coming up that we'll all be at, so...
yeah.
And that one's load in and load out is the hottest of any convention I've ever done.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
not looking forward to the heat
Indiana
wave
in the summer.
situation.
Gen Con is just such a sweltering nightmare during setup.
They
Yeah.
call it MCon, not AirCon.
Hey.
Wah, 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 wah.
It's nice and cool when the show's on.
So you step out into the deepening dusk with a few hours here still left to spare before the night of the full moon that is your deadline. The city of Dwymerdell is a strange black city. So much like the dark tower at the center of Ravenfall, this city makes you think of like dark, dark. It's all dark stone, but this is a place of magic, and you can all of these crooked towers that couldn't possibly be standing if it wasn't for magical construction, with their just weird, asymmetrical, strange shapes, making silhouettes against the night. There's green, eerily glowing moss and mildew everywhere, tucked into crevices amongst the stone, and it gives the whole place just a strange and eerie feel. It's kind of foggy, as it is basically every night here.
Is there like a
couple of
distant wolf
towers-
howl?
Say again?
Is there like a distant wolf howl and like a crack of lightning?
No, not so much that, not like that kind of ominous. More like, you see, not so much in the alley, but beyond the alley into the streets, which aren't a lot different. Like they're all narrow and cobblestoned and crooked and have no significant rhyme or reason to them. But you'll see, door knockers with faces and gargoyles on buildings where the eyes all turn to look at you. You'll see the occasional clump of glowing moss that actually has little eye-like growths in it that will like move on little tendrils to follow your progress as you
Good.
pass. And you'll hear weird, like a muffled scream in the distance, and then like a strange howl that doesn't sound like a wolf at all, but who knows what it is.
Fascinating.
A few of the towers that you see are actually not connected to the ground. They're actually floating above the skyline as part of the terrain here. And in the mountains beyond the city, which are also mostly black rock, these craggy granite, young, spiky mountains have many magical stones that are floating in the air above the mountain range, at the edge of the broken lands that then run farther away down the coast. And yeah, Copernicus, you're like, breathing deeply of the like dank air and going, Dwymerdell. So many fond memories. This is where you and Barb came for your honeymoon.
Aw. Truly the Niagara Falls of creepy little towns.
Yeah.
Well, Innsmouth has become so commercial.
It's true.
Yeah.
You can't get a
This
decent
is
drink
This is the Innsmouth of the North.
there.
They
Plus,
sometimes
it
say.
was fish smell.
It's like the Paris of the Prairies, right?
Yeah.
That's a Canadian joke for you non-Canadians.
It just made me think of in Missouri the Precious Moments Chapel, which is as nightmarish as it sounds, as it is like a chapel / monument to precious moments, the shitty statues. And all the billboards describe it as the Sistine Chapel of America.
Oh. Appropriate somehow, but also creepy.
Also, everything there on the outside is covered in those little bugs, chiggers. Those little red bugs.
Oh,
They're
yes.
everywhere.
They leave a nasty bite. Nasty bite.
Yeah.
Fun.
Because nothing's as precious as a
Okay.
bug that literally gets in your skin.
So between you, as I said, Copernicus, you know the city somewhat. You've been here a few times. Tromlin mentions the Thieves District, and particularly Knife Alley, where he would be able to make contact with some of his connections.
I believe it's actually a corruption of its original name, Nice Ally, because it was a place you would go to make new friends who were very kind. So hopefully it lives up to its reputation.
Good. Ugna believes that. But at the same time, is just a large presence nearby, hopefully to discourage the knives.
So yeah, you begin hand hauling. Again, I'm assuming it's Ugna taking the place of the horse to haul this cart.
Yeah.
As you go through the darkening streets of the bad side of Dwymerdell, with your shining golden steampunk chariot.
Should I mean, I know this is a magical town, so they're used to seeing magic, but we could gunge things up a bit with prestidigitation.
Oh yeah.
Can't you soil stuff? Can I just gunge everything so it all looks like we're carrying a box of grave dirt? And
In fact, it's too bad Jeff couldn't be here for this, but this is a perfect opportunity for Fetid to use his new cantrip that he got with his new magic item, the jade egg.
Oh, that's create filth.
We could also just rub him on it, probably.
Like if he's sleeping in the cart, it's gonna smell.
How the cantrip works.
Yeah.
That's more or less how the cantrip works. He has a cantrip which is called Filth, which of course is why he chose that name for his familiar. And one of the features of said cantrip, I'm pulling it up right now because it's fun. One of the features of that cantrip is to, basically to soil, to create filth in an area.
I'm just picturing filth just going blah all over the cart, and just endless filth coming out instead of dragon breath.
The little jade pseudo dragon opens its mouth and vomits forth a dragon breath of scunge all over the cart and Ugna and anything else that's too close to it.
Good.
And you are now all thoroughly befilthed.
Yay!
As Fetid takes a seat in the chariot. And actually, I think I'm going to do an easy write-out temporarily for Fetid. Having done this and easily attracted the attention and the admiration for sure of some local quaggles, a little sea of glowing green and red eyes looking out from some of the sewer grates widen in appreciation at the sight of this befilthening. In sort of the traditional quaggle way, they start to kind of go psst, 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 psst. And Fetid goes over and has a word with them, and then turns to the rest of you and says, I need to check on some stuff with my local tribe here. I'll just leave Filth with you guys in case you need.
Give him a thumbs
and
up.
He disappears down into the sewer grate.
Oh, it's so nice how he's got friends wherever we go.
I think they're called groupies.
No, those are the friends that you fuck, aren't they? I forget how that works.
How do you know he isn't?
See, in wrestling terms, those would be called rats.
Ring rats.
Yeah.
Yep, ring
But
rats.
in this case, they're sewer rats.
Yeah, they're literally rats.
perfect. They're literally rats. Excellent. So yeah, you trundle off with your now filthy and bad looking
It's
steampunk
stinky, real
cart.
stinky.
Yep.
Ugh.
With a little jade dragon curled up in some corner of it, and you head on towards the bad part of town.
No, buddy, don't eat my mouse.
Who's trying to eat your mouse? Which one?
It's Mary.
Mary, quit it.
Mary's trying to eat my mouse. Oh, Pippin's here too.
At least they're not doing the usual thing, which is just to shove it onto the floor.
Yeah. A fart cart. Yes. Yes, this is a fart cart.
Fart cart.
Correct.
And encrusted with filth. Excellent.
Dutch on wheels.
So yeah, you quickly find yourself in even more, if that's possible, maze-like back alleys and twisted, crooked side streets with various ramshackle buildings wedged in. Like, the stone buildings here largely appear to have been magically constructed, as I said, but they've clearly been here for a long time. So there's a lot of, in the places where it's older construction, there's a lot of like haphazardly crafted wooden structures crammed into whatever nooks and crannies exist between the stones. And that's sort of the equivalent of shanties that exist in this town. You see lots of citizenry here. It's, if anything, more goth themed than Ravenfall, but think less emo band fans and more extended Addams Family members.
Gotcha.
Many weird creatures that you can't even recognize for being a specific D&D race are lurking around. Something that can only be a Warforged. It goes tromping across your path at one point, but it's basically just like a weird little gothic structure, like a tiny little. Think of all the spaceships in Warhammer, yeah, with their looks. It's like a small one of those, a small Warhammer Titan, like a little gothic cathedral strolling across your path. Various. My Shadow DM reminds me that it's time for the first poll. Actually, we should get that moving pretty quick. So I will ask the players to step away from the chat,
No chat for me.
and we will begin
Bye.
with the first poll. And you, the audience, get to choose the wacky hijinks that are coming.
Good.
So, as always, I will remind you, audience members, that you all get a vote for free. Please vote early and vote often. You can, of course, vote additional times using your channel points or bits or whatever else you may have that you want to stick into the chat option, and you can select the next interesting thing that is going to happen. So please bring them on. I am excited to see where you decide this is going to go. Okay. So in the meantime, yes, you also, you pass like full-on ghosts drifting around, like obviously dead people. You pass a little pack of people that are discussing local politics. Two of them are zombies, one of whom has no lower jaw and is just kind of making noises and not really participating in the conversation. Even the one with the jaw is just kind of like moaning. The other people in the conversation are, more sort of cadaverous looking humans that may or may not be undead. Maybe they're just warlocks, who knows? Or maybe they're just not.
A random turning right about now, huh?
Yeah, maybe they're just not doing well.
Yeah.
And there's a skeleton that just makes clicking noises, and a couple of ghosts, and they're all sort of one of the people may be a vampire. Hard to say. I'm picturing like the short, fat one from of the group of three vampires from Nightmare Before Christmas. and they're all talking about the current situation where there's an impasse in the Council of the Shrouded Ones. Some kind of contentious issue about the surrounding the barbarian lands to the south. And this kind of thing that you pass, you start to get a little bit more of a crowd. It is early evening, like it's just after dusk by now, and you are getting into like a not so great part of town. But like places where the Thieves Guilds hang out in like Karsh or Mud Hollow, these places still tend to be pretty hopping after dark. And you make your way eventually to the edge of the Knife Alley, or place of nice allies, as
nice allies place. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah. The first thing you see as you kind of round the corner into this super narrow alley is that there's like perfect spots for an ambush, like every 5 feet. There's a few groups of small quaggle-like folks, mixture of like ratkin and halflings that are just fingering pointy daggers and like staring at anyone who comes too close, like they're just looking for a good spot to insert.
Yeah. If anyone gets too interested in our cart or catch somebody like looking like they're thinking about ambushing us, I will try and give them a good glower. Ugna does believe that this is a place where we're going to find good allies, and she's probably not wrong, but she's also not that much of an idiot. She does know bad parts of town.
Yeah, I would say between the filthening of the cart and to a certain degree yourselves, and the menace that you have with you in the form of Ugna, I would say that there isn't too much overt interest. Tromlin, you spot a little hole in the wall, kind of a flop house that you know of, called the Wicked Pig.
Grand Nugget, is there a way that you can indicate to our fellow wayfarers in this most narrow and friendly of alleys that we're here on guild business and that they probably don't want to, get to shivin or stealing or anything like that?
I can, but I'm going to be honest with you. Some people aren't going to care. And to a certain degree, announcing "don't mess with us" might invite people messing with us. Sometimes it's best just to keep your head down and keep going.
It's called Thieves Can't, not Thieves Can.
Just we'll do our dirt and get the hell out of here.
And certainly that's an option as well, to make like a thieves can't motion to anyone who looks like they might be overly considering trying something.
I might do that. Like,
yeah.
If I really think, should I do a perception check to see if I notice anyone who might be?
Sure. Ooh, we've got a very exciting race.
Ooh.
Here.
Alright, perception is a 7, so that is a 23.
Nice.
Okay, so with a 23, yeah, you're definitely quite aware of anyone who looks particularly desperate, and or in enough of a position of strength that they might actually try something. And when you see a small group right near the entrance to the Wicked Pig, kind of eyeing up the cargo, you just give them like a head shake and a little sort of guild business sign in thieves' camps. And they sort of, they kind of look a little disappointed and otherwise kind of back off.
As I pass them, can I toss them a few coins and say, go buy yourself some drinks, buddies?
Showing them where the money is may not be...
I'm not going to reach my pouch. I'm sure I usually probably have something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You've got
you're
like an
full of sleight
inside
of hand,
pocket
too.
for... random coins. Yeah.
It's more of a go be a problem somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You toss them like a few coppers, like nothing like, oh, I better rob this guy.
But like,
also,
go buy some sodas kind of money.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you
And they get out of
certainty-
your way, and
And I-
you are able to head in
Nice.
into the place. So I assume you're going to leave the cart outside because you
I
can't
was
really bring it in.
planning on carrying the cargo and then briefcasing the cart.
I think we had established that you can't really carry both at once.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it's pretty hefty, particularly when you're already carrying Trey with you on the
Yeah,
baby
that's
Bjorn.
true.
And I think Tromlin has to go in.
Or
Yeah,
like we
sorry,
can just like sit out here and like lean on the cart.
Yeah, I think I'll join you in the intimidation thing, and I might even like wake Barb up to be like extra haunty. So, like, when they hear screams,
I
or
imagine
they
in
feel,
this
like,
city-
something in their skin. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine this city's scary magic is actually better than scary muscle.
Yeah, and I mean you can always press to digitate too, just
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
not have to do anything specific, you know.
Yeah. So I'll join Ugna in the
Cool. To a
intimidation.
joint intimidate.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna and I'll send Tromlin a little pretty MS, or I'll send to the whole group whenever he said like I will let you know if anything concerning happens out here.
Sounds good.
Why don't you make me an intimidation roll with advantage? I mean,
Okay, cool. I got
with the magical assistance of Copernicus.
Dirty 20.
Cool. Okay then. Holy heck! Wow, this has become a hell of a race, you guys. We're down to the last minute or so of the poll,
Is it that close?
and it is. Well, it's not so much the closeness as the speed. There are some very, very popular options here flying around. So I couldn't tell you where it's going to land at this stage.
Some
pretty
sort
tight.
of chaos will happen to us.
Hmm.
Well, knowing
Definitely
that chaos,
some sort of chaos is happening.
knowing that chaos is coming, I am going to keep an eye out. I'm going to do like a
Indeed.
perception roll.
No, you're okay. I think at this stage, between your magic and Ugna's muscle, people are giving you a bit of a wide berth. And the group that was near the door took Tromlin's coins and basically vamoose. So Tromlin, you go inside, and there is like, you know, the usual seedy-looking groups sitting in various corners, whispering their business as various. Oh, we're so close. The last few seconds. Sorry, I'm very excited because this is such a tight
Okay.
race.
I'm also working on art gen.
All right,
Cool.
and done.
Whew.
Excellent.
I'll give it a few minutes to clear and then I'll jump back in the chat.
Excellent. My goodness, people. I might those top two were so tight I might try and incorporate some aspect of this deal. Anyway, that was quite the race in that poll. All right. So, yeah, go ahead and move up that discussion. As I look, I actually don't think there's anything in there that is giving anything away.
Okay.
Just a bunch of people
I'll
discussing the food that they're going to buy.
Swing this
So-
back around then.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, you definitely overhear a number of, like, it's pretty obvious to you pretty fast where the guild types in the room are. Basically, this room is full of people looking for work, and the guild types are here sort of sizing up the random thugs and being like, this group I think we're going to hire to go help with this kind of thing. And, you know, these ones over here are trying to impress us and join the pickpocketing side of things, etc. So you quickly make use of your traits, your contacts, and your friends in low places to ask a couple of quick questions and throw a few thin coppers around and have somebody direct you towards a gentleman who, again, one of these humans who kind of looks a little sickly and unwell to the extent that you aren't sure if they're actually undead or if they're just, you know, the local lack of sunlight and vitamin D issues. Bald-headed guy who looks vaguely like the Nosferatu, except that instead of like all the crazy pointy fake teeth, he just has really bad teeth. And his name is on a document that I've lost, so I may just randomly assign him one from my list. His name is going to be Lazarus. His name is Lazarus.
Good. Definitely not undead.
Yep. His name is Lazarus Two Nose, because he has a massive mole next to his nose. It's almost big enough to be a second nose.
I'm not gonna bring that up. That's fucking rude.
Yeah. Everyone who speaks with him just stares directly at the mole the entire time.
I'm sure I've had other people stare at the horns coming out of my head, and I'm like,
Yep.
It's no. I introduced myself. I mentioned the contact we were looking for. I have the passcode.
I see. So you weren't given a contact. You just know you're supposed to deliver it to the Thieves Guild in Dwymerdell. This is because the change to the deal came via Dangal sending, so you just did not have a whole lot of information. But when you mentioned that you have a cargo that you're bringing from Ivisha, that's like a rush job, he seems to know something about this, and he's like, he says, right, you need to talk to Balbina. She's going to be the witch that's managing this whole deal. I don't know too much about it, but I heard something about some kind of frantic message that came from the west to set something like this up, some kind of like sudden delivery.
Yeah.
You're gonna find her in the east quarter, out near the floating towers. Here, let me give you directions because it's tricky.
All right.
And he like grabs like a filthy cloth napkin, and he grabs a little piece of bone that you would think is like a stylus or a pencil, but what he's actually doing is scraping the grunge off the napkin to create negative lines in order to draw.
Okay.
Efficient.
And he draws just a little sort of. There's a couple of sluggish creeks and one major river that run through Dwymerdell. So he draws those, and then he gives you the landmarks around them to the place that you're going to.
I assume when you say sluggish creeks, that literally it's like a creek of slugs. Just
But
like
one of them is literally called the Sluggish Stream, which is
Good.
probably aptly named. And he gives you the landmark of the Shrieking Spire, which is one of the floating towers that you should be able to see from a ways off, because it has there's always like flashes of eerie light from its windows. And he's like, basically, you're going below that. So when you get to underneath that, you'll find this address, and it gives you a street name.
I will
Intersection.
give him an appropriate level of coins as a thank you.
Okay. And you're going to be asking for Balbina the Black, a witch of some renown.
Albina the Black. A weird children's book.
Oh, sorry. Actually, she probably wouldn't use the black because there's like a bunch of colored wizards that bandy that shit around. So I'll call her Balbina Blacknail, which is even worse.
Wait, sorry, and is it because I know a Dwymerdellian named Albinia. This is not the same person.
No, this is Balbina.
Okay.
Yeah, you know someone named Albinia.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay.
I apologize for choosing two names that sound similar. I literally pulled that off of my random names list.
Like I said, I give him a appropriate level of coins for his help, thank him, and return to the party.
Tell you what, we'll take that first L out and make it Babina.
Yeah.
It sounds significantly different.
It does.
Babina Black or Babina Blacknail.
Alright.
So we good? We know where we're going?
Yes, I have directions. We need to meet a witch named Babina Blacknail.
Yeah, and of course you only have a few hours left to do that. So,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't take you that too long to get there.
All right. Apparently this cargo is really important, so we definitely need to be more, like, mindful. Like, I'm gonna two things. I'm going to transcribe the map into my notebook, my journal, because just in case something happens, this thing gets smeared. It's a grime. It's not exactly the best.
Well, and it saves you the having to actually like carry this disgusting thing around.
Yes.
Disgusting document.
Once I know it's transcribed, I will like toss it to the closest fire.
Just a grease fire.
Yeah, it like goes up like flash paper.
Awesome. Let's go. We have to go meet a witch. And I will try to do my best to be extra aware of our surroundings, because apparently this is a very important cargo, which means there's always someone who might want it.
I'm making small talk as we go along. I'm like, how do you think they keep those towers up there?
Magic,
Oh.
levitation spells,
Invisible
permanency.
glue.
Things you can do with glue these days.
Do we? So did he mark a route out, or just give us the here and
He
there?
gave you directions, because if he hadn't, it would take you ages to get there because the city is still maze-like.
Right.
But so he actually gave you here, turn here, turn here, turn here, to get you there reasonably quickly.
Yeah, because he understands we are on a schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust anyone. I mean, in this town, he works for the guild, so if it comes back that he was involved in this guild job getting fucked up, it comes down on him.
If it's real important, it's likely to be, something they want to get there, so.
The guild, if a major job messes up, it's not just the person involved looks bad, it's the guild who looks bad, and the guild does not like looking bad. And also it hurts all of our business, so.
Do you want to make an Arcana roll, Copernicus, about this place?
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind, like, if I have a decent sense of, like, ways that I could modify the route, I would feel more comfortable knowing that we know where to take detours and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get us lost. Like, if I get us lost, our timeline is messed, so.
Well, I'll start with an Arcana roll.
25.
Yeah, you know all about these magic. First of all, magic construction in general involves like magicking the stone itself out of thin air. So a lot of these buildings are all crooked and weird and so forth. They're not really made of stone. They're made of magic stone. They're made of stone that was summoned into existence. But secondly, the floating towers are largely made of the same magical floating rocks that you see in the mountain range to the south. So people just literally, and you know as well that there are a lot of airship pirates like set up shop around here. Like it's a real great place to build yourself a little hideout by finding a giant boulder that's floating in the sky and it has like a cave in it, and setting up shop there. So and it's not easy to navigate that sort of stuff. So the bandits and pirates like to hide out there. But a wizard who wants a floating tower can just get themselves a giant floating rock and get it moved to where they want it to be and build a tower on it or out of it.
Magic a tower on it.
Yeah, exactly. Summon a tower on the.
And now there's a wizard park there. They're like pigeons. You gotta get them off of all the available surfaces. You'll end up with wizards.
You little anti-wizard spikes. Nice.
There's little like concrete owls people put out.
Yeah. They think there's already a wizard there. They're like,
Yeah. It's a concrete owl, but it's holding a little Hogwarts letter in its beak. So they're like, oh no, they don't want to mess with that. There's already a wizard set up there. Excellent.
Will it be
They're like, oh no,
associated
that's the
with
post
that nightmare?
service. You can't mess with the post office. That's a federal offense. Excellent. Okay, so the second roll I'm going to get you to make, Copernicus, is to attempt to kind of keep your way. So this is going to be wisdom based.
I am no help with this.
Yeah, I'm going to let you make a wisdom roll with your proficiency bonus, which I'm giving you because of your well-traveled.
Okay. So, hold on a sec. My wisdom saving throw is +5.
Not your saving throw, your
Oh.
actual wisdom stat. So you have a +2 wisdom,
Yeah.
and then you have +3 for your proficiency bonus, so 5 total.
Okay. Nat 20.
Oh, nice.
25
Coming
total.
Okay,
Oh, such a boy.
not only... Oh my goodness.
Some
You've
boys are
summoned
here.
tiny birds.
Some boys.
You're so magic, some tiny birds appeared.
They're good.
Why do
Come on,
birds suddenly appear?
Because they were
Because
my
Alina's
keyboard.
on the
Dark
stream.
magic.
There's the boys. Mwah, you're so good.
These, Alina was just at San Diego Comic-Con, so the birds are extremely
Yeah, they're
sucky.
stuck to me.
So, just as a warning to the
guys.
audience, there may be a lot of birds on this stream. So with that nat 20,
Hey, bye.
like, oh my goodness, you actually realize there's a better route that's faster. If you were to, get near the river and then get on, like, the great, the Great Arcadian Way or something like that that passes by, one of the market districts. That's gonna, and then there's like a little known turn on it looks like it's a cul-de-sac, but actually there's like a walking trail that goes behind this one building and connects to the next street, yada yada. So the only part, in fact, if you want, the only part of the route that he's given you that you would have to follow is the immediate few streets away from where you are, and the bridge over the major river, because there aren't like a super huge ton of those. That wouldn't be way out of your way.
I will run this plan by Tromlin. I won't say out loud where I'm going to take us, but I'll be like, I think I know a better route, and I'm pretty confident in it. I wouldn't throw a wrench in the works at this point if I wasn't sure I could pull it off. Are you okay if
I trust you, yeah, because I know that you don't want to screw movement over, so.
we're into a little wayfinding?
Yeah,
Have you been here before? Seems like your kind of town.
A long time ago. Yeah, I know where the party spots are.
Oh, have to show us. I don't know any pit in town, so like I don't know where to go get a good drink.
In some ways, the whole town is a pit.
I said before, you do know of an arena here, but you probably don't know its name.
Yeah. I don't have I
Probably
ever
just called the pit.
the pit.
Yeah, the name Foundry rings a bell, but you're not sure if it's like the Dark Foundry or the
Oh, are you
The
talking?
Foundry or
The Lost and Foundry.
You're gonna talk on the stream too?
is he doing the same?
Yeah.
He's doing the same.
Such a good boy. Yeah, no, good boy.
Mary says, "I'm a VTuber."
Would be a very cute VTuber.
I'm my own avatar. So,
Good boy.
all right then. In that case, you strike out through the city as it gets later and later. The streets get less crowded. The Great Arcadian Way is quite, fairly busy even later at night. But with various carts full of mysterious stuff under a tarp. One of the carts has you can see human hands and feet kind of draping out of the crevices. And you don't want to
none of my
know.
business.
There's a hunchback driving it. It's Marty Feldman. There's there's you see various Igor figures running in opposite directions carrying brains in jars.
You got your brain in my peanut butter. You got your peanut butter in my brain.
It's delicious.
That peanut butter and brain sandwich, everybody's favorite.
Oh my god, every lifted after school, that'd be their snack.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes.
There's a marketplace
PB&B.
of various Morticia Adams types and straggle-haired bog witches,
Good.
haggling over over eyes of newt, and that sort of thing. And so you quickly make your way across the south side of the city where you began, and cross the river over to the southeast area near where many of the floating towers are. And then, just as you come through one of these side streets that you've identified as a quicker means of getting where you're going, I suddenly will demand dexterity saving throws from everybody.
No.
Well, that's a great sign for how things are going.
Yeah, it's how you
That's
know
good.
you're doing well.
17. I have to roll with my left hand because I have a bird on my right.
Indeed.
I was so close to a critical success.
Oh.
Oh well, 26.
For 26.
Damn.
I have a +7.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you're +7. Yeah, it's
Like
dex.
backflip over whatever this is.
All right, I'm gonna use an inspiration on that natural one.
Or like duck under a blade or something. You get stabbed directly in the kidneys.
Well, that increases it from a 1 to a 3. No modifier.
That is great.
Oh no.
I have also chosen. I think I have decided that this is a great time for Alina's black token to go away,
No.
and I am going to
I mean, good.
rule that you have failed that saving throw.
Perfect. Good.
17 wasn't good enough because there's a black token. So go ahead and remove that black token.
I will in a minute when I have a mouse that I can use.
Yeah, when you have the ability to use your mouse arm. You say a minute, but Mary seems to have moved
Mary's
in
real
pretty-
happy here.
Yeah. He says, I get to be a fight.
It's good. Oh, he's even tucking up a little footy.
No,
Hey,
he's
bud.
turning around to go jump on the back with Pippin.
Oh, there you
I
go.
think he's gonna go.
Oh, there
No,
you go.
he's like, I don't want to jump. I'm gonna walk around.
I'm gonna move my arm, guys. Oh, thank you.
Oh
My
no!
favorite. My favorite. Oh, no,
I think you managed to actually not have the bird poop be visible on stream.
Good. Perfect. They're very good at that.
Oh no, we're getting raided.
Oh no, a raid. Hello.
A raid.
Hello.
Well, this raid is
I'm in
just in time.
to watch birds scat.
Well,
Good.
just in time to watch the ambush.
Oh, yeah.
that has
We just
occurred.
got ambushed.
I can now
We're getting
reveal.
ambushed every which way tonight.
I
Excellent.
can now reveal that the poll we just finished was in fact the poll started with "It's an ambush," and the nature of the ambush has been chosen by the chat.
Ooh.
And so, as you walk into this stretch of the street, the magically created illusionary flagstones disappear beneath your feet, and there is a massive pit of black sludge that has been fashioned in the middle of this street. And Ugna and Copernicus, both having failed those dexterity saving throws, you are pitching directly into the ooze.
Because
Cromlin, with
you
your-
called in my black token, I just completely eat shit. I
Yeah.
like go face
Oh, yes.
first into the ooze. Just my legs
yes.
are
You
kicking
get
up
your
from it.
mouth.
Yeah. I only picking out of that my ears for like weeks.
My goodness.
Oh yeah,
so-
and the cart's down here as well. Is it?
Yeah.
That's a
So,
black token.
Yeah, let's, with the black token, I think that the cart, everything goes. Ugna, the cart with its crate, the tray,
Oh
your
no, baby
owlbear,
Trey!
yeah, is with you. And all and sundry of those of you who have entered the pit are going to take 11 acid damage. And that includes Trey.
Oh boy. How
Don't
many hit points
dare
does my
touch
boy
Trey.
have?
Hold on.
Uh,
wait. Before
Trey
we
has
go
more
further-
hit points than that. He
Okay,
may be
good.
a young,
Good.
he may be a toddler owlbear, but he's still an owlbear.
Before we go any further, can I actually use my hero point to grab Trey out of the baby door?
I will absolutely
Ooh.
allow this.
Thank you.
Hero.
So Tromlin rolled a 26 on the dex save
Boom.
to dance out of the way. I am going to allow you, with that hero point, to grab a hold of little Trey and misty step your way
Ooh.
across the pit with him.
Ambush the ambushers. Disappear and get them.
So
Nice.
Tromlin and Trey are now a very bewildered owlbear. are now standing on the edge of the pit on the opposite side, and it's Ugna and the cart. Your little jade dragon friend Filth has, obviously he can fly, so he pitches off the cart and then takes to the sky to get out of harm's way. Copernicus and Ugna, you are in the black sludge of the pit, which is bubbling up in little tentacle blobs that are in fact reaching for you. It is actively trying to suck you under. Meanwhile, Tromlin, on the opposite side here, you hear a voice that you recognize come from the shadows beyond the pit of the alleyway going down further. And the voice says, "Ho ho! You think to get away with my cargoes, but you are no match for the clever trap setting upping of
Oh, I know
Malo
what, I'm gonna
Fuerte.
cast a spell on him.
Malo
Can
Fuerte."
I
Good.
attack him
Good.
as he is?
This is an initiative roll, I would say.
Oh, I never thought we'd see this idiot again.
Yes. It is indeed Malo Fuerte, the notorious and maybe not so bright bandito.
Who mysteriously wears boxing gloves.
Yes. How did he cast a spell to get here if he wears boxing gloves? That's the question. Okay, so let's hear some initiatives.
Shit.
16.
Roll initiative.
16 total for Tromlin.
Ooh. That's a very bad roll for me. 9.
Ooh, ouch. Ugna with the 9.
That makes sense, though. I completely am head first in this pit, so.
Yeah, you
I'm not at my best.
You ate shit, by which
Yep.
we actually mean.
I mean, yeah.
Black
Whatever this is.
Poop demon.
And
Good, good.
Copernicus.
Well,
Ooh.
12.
You go before me.
Oh my goodness. And the bad guys go before all of you. All right. Okay, so out of the shadows step 3 figures. One of them is a hulking figure that is almost entirely square in shape. Some kind of big ogreish looking creature. The interesting thing here is, like many of the denizens of Dwymerdell, you do not recognize the species. Maybe they're humans with weird magics that give them strange shapes, but in any case,
This one's part square.
on one side is this giant ogreish squared off creature who's basically making this motion at you. On the opposite side is a round, almost like a loxodon in shape, but without the ears and trunk. It's got a smaller, shrunken, white kind of onion-shaped head, and is just kind of standing, looking a little bit listless. And in between the two,
strong bad and strong bad.
and in the middle of the three is the short luchador-looking guy with huge hands done up in some kind of strange gloves, and his mask, his luchador mask. They are, in fact, I do believe you were given warning of the group of them. That they are, in fact, Los Hermanos Fuertes. Notorious bandits, all.
Good.
Right. Fuertes
Yeah.
means strong. Or
Yep.
respect.
Malo
Fuertes, in
Fuerte.
fact, does mean strong. Their leader, Malo Fuerte, means bad strong. And I do believe that you guys had made a roll a couple games ago to have heard of these idiots. And the other names, of course, are Trista Fuerte and Colacero Fuerte.
Good, good, good.
But you also know that there's a fourth one that doesn't seem to be here. Their sidekick El Truco.
Is he small and yellow?
You don't know much about him. You just know that they have a little sidekick
Does he have a special
sort of-
light switch installed at his height level?
Yes, good.
So that
None that you can see at this point.
he can turn lights on and off
Yeah.
enough that we can throw light switch rave
Yep,
parties.
yep.
Yeah,
That was on
there
the
has so
airship.
far been no light switch rave. Okay.
Can
So,
I roll to light switch rave?
not yet, because it's their turn. So first and foremost, Lane needs to remind himself where the stats are, so I have the wrong page open here. I thought there was a link, but I do not see it. So I will go into the folder where this was placed. Hey, Shadow DM, throw me a link in the Discord if you know where the file is. Well, in any case, while I'm looking for this... Oh, there it is. There's my link. Merci. So we will begin with Fuerte himself, who, having basically standing off with Tromlin here and his owlbear, is going to immediately launch himself into the attack. Yes, indeed. So he is basically firing a bolt of energy.
That's
Oh, does it
rude.
have to be? Hang on. Does it have to be the energy, or does he have to? I think it has to be immediately attack to do what I was going to do. So I'm just going to quickly double check. Yes. So he uses his blade, which is wreathed with green flames. Green flames. He has a
Wrong stream.
Twiswatar. There we go. And he is attacking Tromlin, the only one who's on that side of the pit with him. Tromlin, what's your AC these days? Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm good. I've got a total of 23 here.
Oof,
Yeah, you did.
that would hit me.
I don't have that.
Okay. Ouch. That is some pretty significant damage. That is 18 damage, plus he is going to throw a divine smite.
I might be.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Also, Strongman's a cleric?
No. Smite.
Oh, Smite's a
He
paladin.
He is in a Warden of Awesomeness paladin.
Of course he is.
He is just currently using his powers for awesome rather than for good. So only 4 more damage for that. So what did I say? 18. So 22 damage with this
Ooh.
this massive smite.
Cool. I'm down over halfway.
Yeah, you are bloodied. And make me another dex save because he is attempting to push you back into the pit.
Okay.
And
I'm
I can
just-
reveal, by the way, that the choice made by the chat in the poll was that the ambush would involve a pit full of black sludge.
I'm just picturing, because you spent the hero point, that, like, he was punching for Trey and you got in the way. You, like, took the attack.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably would have seen the owlbear as a bigger threat than the satyr.
That's fair. 17.
17 will do it. You kind of dance this. He hits you, and you go whoa, but you kind of like spin and move your momentum forward instead of backward, so that you do not go pitching into the black stuff. Next, the second of the Fuerte brothers. Where is he here? Colorico Fuerte. He is going to enter into a barbarian rage, which makes him swell to an enormous size. He is a large-sized creature
Nice.
for the purpose of this fight. And he is going to launch himself over top of his brother and Tromlin and attempt to drop a massive people's elbow recklessly onto Ugna
Good.
in the pit. And you hear sort of a dismaying, no, not the pit, from the third brother as he does this.
I'm
So-
sad that you're flying.
I'm sad that he's flying. Yes, thank you. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Okay. Here we are. The instinctive pounce is the one he is using. So he has rolled a total of... Yeah, that's like a 24 to hit you. I'm pretty sure that's going to beat your
that
armor
hits.
class.
That hits.
And he comes crashing down upon you. And does... Where's my D12? Christ! That is my second max damage roll.
Oh my god. So he like thwomps down on me like
Oh.
from Mario. He's just like conk.
Yeah, he does like 20 damage.
Ooh. All right then.
He does 20 damage and basically pushes you deep underneath the surface.
I'm so glad you have Trey.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, I might be leaving. Does Trey get an attack too this round?
Quite probably. And finally, Trista Fuerte pulls out a hurdy-gurdy and starts to play it and says, I believe in you.
Hurdy-gurdy is your thing, Tromlin.
Yep.
Actually, I think
Stealing our stick.
in the interest of that, I actually think it's going to be a lute.
That
I
seems
picture that
very
better.
strong bad.
Yeah, he pulls
Or
out a
strong
lute.
sad.
Like one of those little super rounded lutes. It's way too small for him.
And he's got one of those like shitty little bard caps that's like halfway on
Yes,
his head with a little
it's like
sad,
it's
the
a
saddest
beret
feather.
with a feather in it. Yeah,
The feather's like just going straight down.
and it's a black one. Yeah. And he says, he starts to sing a little inspirational song, and it's very. He's like, "Thee and thou and thy will do well." Malo Fuerte is like, "Ugh."
I'm very glad my
Could you
ears
be
are under
any more useless?
slime.
Okay, so now we're at the top of your batting order with 16. Tromlin.
So the spell Lord of the Dance you gave me,
Yes.
what does it do exactly?
It allows you to choose one target and force them to dance, and they can't do other things while they're busy dancing.
I love it.
Alright,
This spell is also called Dance, motherfucker.
Malaforte about the dance.
Excellent. I shall
Good. I'm
roll.
gonna take the spellcaster out of the combat. Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna roll his saving throw. That is not a good roll. I have a 3. I don't know what his bonus is, but it ain't gonna be good enough. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother looking that up. He has failed his saving throw.
Alright.
So the material and verbal components here are that you are going to sing your song.
Mhm.
And as long as you concentrate for the duration, which is, I believe, a minute, so the duration of the combat for sure, you can use concentration to keep him dancing. He can do other things while he's dancing, but he is generally penalized, like he has disadvantage to pretty much do anything. And none of the things that he does can involve moving to specific places.
I'm also gonna toss a tray at him. Like a think fast moment, like a basketball right in his face.
Yeah.
Elbow
Sounds
to the
good to
head.
me. You just like say, sick him. Why don't you roll an animal handling roll for me?
He hurt
Ooh.
Mama.
Yeah.
Oh, I got +4 in that. That's not bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's better than I have.
Untrained, you're still very good at this sort of thing.
I'm actually going to spend my last inspiration on that.
Sure.
I mean, throwing an
Last
owlbear at a
inspiration.
guy's face is pretty awesome.
That was worth it. That is a 19 plus 3.
Oh,
4v23. You hurt Mama.
Excellent. Okay, in that case, yeah, you managed to absolutely take advantage of the limited training you know that Ugna has done with with Trey, Yeah, and the chat suggests that you're singing about Trogdor.
Trogdor the mighty, he burninates our heart with love.
Tragdor. It's
Tragdor.
clearly
Tragdor.
For
That's just
those who
3
might be new
doors.
to the stream, the owlbear's name is Tres Leches.
Because we feed him on 3 different kinds of milk.
Yep.
And one of those kinds might be vomit. But
And the rest is mayo.
yeah, one of them is mayonnaise from the magic
I
mayonnaise
also
jug.
do get him, in fairness, actual cow milk.
Cow
that
milk.
mixed with beef fat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I did make a formula for
Excellent. There's a lot of milk in that their formula.
it. And there's
Okay.
blood. There's
Yep.
blood.
Okay, so Fuerte is begins to dance. He's like doing this thing with the boxing gloves, and he's like, what is happening? What are you doing?
The rhythms, they are too good.
Oh, Tromlin, I pine for you. I mean, dance. Yeah, he begins to dance. You can the sound of the music, the magic that plays goes. As he begins. Yep, exactly.
Good.
I'm just trying to co-opt his brother's music.
My goodness.
It's my remix.
Excellent. Now, if you stay within arm's reach, he can still attack you. But you could, if you want to blow another slot, you could do your Misty Step because that's a bonus action, and not have to do a disengage.
Yeah, can I Misty Step behind his brother? Tristan?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You can like Misty Step up to 30 feet, so you could go like pretty deep into the shadows if you want to.
No, I want to be behind his brother. I want to stab him in the fucking back next time.
Yep. Okay.
Make him even sadder.
You do in fact Misty Step away. So you now left Malafuerte magic dancing. You can cast the Misty Step, of course, because it doesn't break your concentration. Because it's not a concentration spell. Next up is Copernicus. You are in this goop.
Okay.
Oh, and that reminds me, this counts as this is the beginning of your next turn.
Taking damage.
So you
more
got to take more
damage.
goop damage. 9 more acid damage.
Oof.
I'm glad I got the trade. Of course, no trays up. I had to immediately throw a tray at somebody.
That's fine. That's better than being an acid.
Yeah.
So the crate is in the cart, and the cart is taking acid damage, but the crate
Yep.
is currently fine.
Let me randomize here how it fell into the. Yes, so it basically rolled in, like it rolled forward and dropped. So the cart is sinking in the ooze, but the crate will be the last thing to sink because it's on top of the cart.
Okay.
And you can hear the hissing of acid damaging the cart.
And how, if I wanted to move and get on top of the cart, would I have to do a deck save again, or am I? Do you
Nope.
think it'd be pretty easy to just?
I might make you do like let's see here, what's appropriate. Athletics or acrobatics, but you're not good at either of those.
Okay.
Because it's sort of like a swimming, climbing. But yeah, let's go with that. So you're going to make, whether it's a deck save or an acrobatics, climby kind of check, it's going to be the same thing, no bonus or penalty. So go ahead and make your roll.
Do I think it's going to be hard? I know you can't tell me the DC, but do I think it's going to be hard?
No, not particularly. You haven't been actually grappled by the ooze that's in the pit,
Yeah.
so you don't actually have to worry about beating any specific roll. So this is just like the DC of like swimming and climbing out of tar.
Okay.
It's just
Let's
harder
try
than
acrobatics.
water to do.
17.
Woo! Your mighty little
Oh,
old man
yeah, that'll
arms.
do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it, no problem. Yeah, you manage to like, you like desperately get your arm through the loop of the bucket so you don't lose Barb, and you pull yourself through the ooze. It's sucking at your boots as you pull yourself out onto the cart and climb up on top of the crate so that you're at the highest point. Now, temporary, that means you're going to be out of the acid, but you're going to be slowly sinking with everything else here.
Oh, I have a plan.
That counts as movement, though, so you can still act.
That's what I was hoping for. So, I happen to be able to summon Thrakma, the Burninator.
Yes, it is true. One of your demons. One of your demons is
Excellent.
based on
Trogdor.
Trogdor.
And he can carry a rider.
Yep.
Are you gonna ride Trogdor out of this pit?
I am gonna ride Thrakma, the Burninator, out of this pit.
Excellent.
Oh man,
No.
this is why
So-
Fuerte is obsessed with Trogdor.
So you begin waving your arms as you do the
Thrakma.
material or the somatic components of your spell and making specific motions in the air.
Consummate V's.
oh.
At
Consummate.
which point, yeah,
Majesty lines, another S.
Yeah.
yeah, at which point Malafuerte is like, "Oh no, consummate V's."
Kiara,
And-
hero shading.
And yeah, poof! It's time for the summoning of the greater demon.
Thrakma.
And so you indeed summon Thrakma, the Burninator. Burninator.
Where's my pen?
That's your summon greater.
Dwymerdell.
Dwymerdell, the brothers Fuertes.
You know it's a good session when I have to go get drawing paper.
Oh yes. Yeah, luckily, though, there are no thatched roof cottages nearby.
Are there peasants?
No, this particular side street was pretty empty, and you now realize that's because that some bandits were here setting up an ambush. I can reveal, by the way, the three choices. I'm actually kind of surprised that the pit full of black sludge won the poll, because the other two options were exploding chickens and magical tongues.
Ooh.
You know,
Those were the
at least-
three choices
Yeah,
for
we would have
what
found
the
a way to
ambush-
enjoy the magical tongues, so that was a good call on the chat's behalf.
Troblin, just leave me alone. Leave me here for a little while.
Yeah, I'm need some alone time.
They were going to be stone tongues, so I'm not sure how that would have felt.
You
But
know what?
You can get into it.
Way to
It's like
find
with enough lube. And anyway,
With enough
okay,
grease.
so that's your main action then is summoning. You can, of course, with a free action, give an initial instruction to your summoned demon.
How simple do I have to make instructions? Because I want to fly out of here. Is the first thing. I want him to
Yeah, you can say,
carry me into battle.
obey my commands, bear me out of this pit. Start with
Yes.
that. Something along those lines. Hang on a sec. I'm just going to open up the correct document for your demon stuff, which is amusingly in the Pantheon folder,
Nice.
which I find very interesting. Okay. All right, just so I've got the stats, because I will need them, since I'm assuming you're going to have him do more than just carry you out of the pit.
Yeah, I'm saying carry me into battle,
Yeah.
and I'll point at Strong Mad. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Forte.
No, Strong Mad.
Oh.
Coca. Him. He seems to be the biggest threat right now.
Colarico Fuerte.
Right.
Yeah, he seems to be the biggest threat right now. So
It's just Trogdor with some horns.
nice.
That's Throgma.
It's Rockmon the Demon. That's
It's
what
just
he
got
looks
some
like.
horns.
He does not cause any kind of copyright concern that I can imagine. So
No, he's got
it's all good.
horns
Yeah,
and a
he doesn't
different
look
tail.
like any demon.
Those
either,
are
is
those
he?
are consummate U's also.
Yeah,
they're not
Making the
V's.
constant use.
Yeah.
Well, good. Excellent. So, next up, Ugna.
Woof.
You are being borne down deep under the sludge.
I don't like that. Also, somebody just people's elbowed me in the back. I know
Yes.
that. I know that move. I know that.
Also take 5 acid damage.
That's fine. I will eat 5 acid damage for dinner. I'm gonna grapple whatever just slammed into me and push it underneath me into the ooze.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. A grappling has occurred.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We are going to Crocodile Dundee this shit.
Let me just take a quick check. I'm pretty sure the size category when he rages is
he counts as
not
large,
too big.
and I
Yeah,
also
I think
count
it's
as
large.
large. So
I'm just double checking.
I think we're good.
You don't count as large for grappling. You count as
only
large,
for carrying.
but one size difference is allowed.
I can do that.
That's why I'm just double checking. Yeah, he becomes large. So,
I've wrestled big guys before.
indeed. Now, he attacked you recklessly,
Oh yeah.
which is why I got advantage on doing so, but that means that you have advantage to attack him.
Well, I will grab another dice then.
So go ahead and make your grapple attack, and I will roll his resistance to being grappled. I've rolled pretty good, but I kind of feel like it's not going to be good enough.
Is that with my athletics?
Yes,
Okay, so 25.
25. I might actually have
What?
exceeded you here. Hang on a
What?
sec.
I rolled 15. I got 26. 26.
26.
Because I have an 11.
Is it 25?
Ooh.
You got him.
I got him by 1.
Squeaking by.
Whew.
Yeah. So he gets a bonus for the size difference, and I was double checking where that put him, and I rolled
Right.
pretty well. So the result is not sufficient. You just managed to get a hold of him. So you grapple him around the middle. You've got a hold of him.
Yeah, and I want to roll so that he is under.
So
Through the ooze.
are you trying to get on top of him, get yourself out of the ooze?
Yeah. Can I bait and switch, but with just him for me?
Interesting. I would say no, because I think bait and switch requires it to be a. Let me double check. I think it
Yeah.
has to bait and switch has to be a willing.
A willing
target.
creature. Yeah, he is not.
So I'm just checking the fighter maneuvers, the battle master maneuvers.
It
that
is
you have.
It does say a willing target.
Bait and switch says nope. It says a creature.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's very good to know. Bait
That
and
is very
switch
good
does
to
not
know.
require that the target is
Nice.
someone who actually. You can literally go and see someone that's fighting one of your friends
I'd be like, no.
and go bait and switch. You're gonna fight this guy. You're over here to fighting that guy now instead. Put him where you want him. All right. So you
I will
can
spend
in
my
fact,
maneuver point for that.
So spend your maneuver point.
Yep.
Yes.
But that puts him and the acid and me on top, which is real good.
Yeah. And I will allow you to make that move. So you are basically moved 5 feet. So you're outside of the acid now, and he is
Cool.
in the acid, and you're on top of him. Now you have a second attack. And don't forget, roll your superiority die, because you get to add that to your armor class for the round.
Heck. That's my superiority die. Is a D8. There we go. Woo!
My goodness.
Plus 5.
This is some epic shit.
So 22 is a damn good AC.
Yeah. So, yeah, second action. You've got a second attack. What do you want to do?
I've patted my front, make sure Trey isn't there now. Whew. Give a good sigh of relief. There is no way to heft that crate out of here this round.
You could, if you were basically spending your extra action here for a dash, and you made the athletics checks to do some
As
acrobat shit. You could,
as I hold him down with my feet and get my arms under the crate and just go. Huh.
no, I think you would have to leave your grapple off of him, but you could basically, using him and the crate like stepping stones, you could basically jump from him to the cart,
Yep.
heft up the crate, and even jump completely out, because I just remembered you have your crazy
Got my
jumping
frog
boots.
Let's do it. Let's get out of this pit.
Queen
So
of
you're
the
extra-
frogs!
Queen of
Yeah,
frogs.
your extra action. Oh, sorry, I just realized you can't do that this turn, because
'Cause
your
I
extra
need the,
action has to be an attack.
Right. Well,
Because it's... Yeah,
How
if
about I
you did a
punch
dash,
him?
it would have to be your whole action.
how about I punch him in the kidneys?
Sure. So you've got a hold of him.
Do I still get advantage on this because he was
give him a smash.
reckless?
Yes, it's the same round. You still
Sweet.
get the advantage from his reckless attack.
He doesn't have any wreck, so that means you really gotta.
I could
wreck him.
wreck him.
So this is a barehanded attack, which you do a d6 for. as
Yep.
your own.
22.
Oh, sorry. You can actually, you can choose to do a d4 on this hit attack, which would allow you to do an offhand attack with your bonus action and basically punch him twice.
Sure, let's do that.
Because you do have the 2-weapon fighting style.
I do indeed.
Okay. So what was your roll to hit him?
16 plus 6, 22.
That will hit.
All right. And then a d4 damage instead of my usual.
Yeah, d4, but plus your bonuses, right?
Right. Plus my strength bonus, right? So that's 9.
Okay, so 9 damage on the
9
first
damage
one.
to the kidneys. Oh, Jesus, that's a nat 20.
Nice. Okay,
Right
so I was just
there,
going to say,
everybody.
he halves the damage because he's resistant. Like,
Right.
he's a barbarian raging, right? So he's got that thing. So you did 4 damage on your first attack there,
Yeah.
but now you're nat 20.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm only doing a d4, but
But you're going to double this sucker.
Yep.
So roll it and double it.
that's another 4. So that's 9, doubled is 18.
Which he halves, so 9.
9. Give him a
But
couple
still,
good,
you just did 13 points of kidney punch damage to him after all is said and done.
after shoving his head into the acid.
Do you want to do anything further with those attacks? Because you do have your
Oh,
maneuvers.
that is true. I do have my witch?
Your maneuvers.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Can I do a pushing attack to push him deep into the ooze?
Yes, you absolutely
That
can.
is what
And
is
you get to add
happening.
another add your superiority die in damage.
I do.
Okay, so roll the superiority die damage.
On that
He'll take
crit
half of that.
is a 7.
So doubled 14 and halved is 7. So
but
he
that's
takes.
7 is without my strength bonus. I get the strength bonus on that as well. So it's actually 13.
No, I already added the strength bonus.
Okay, gotcha.
before.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Excellent. So yeah, you,
And I push
you
him
did a lot.
15 feet in a direction of my choosing, which is deeper.
To the bottom of the pool. Okay, and then the last thing that happens for the round is a massive black tentacle of goo reaches up like it's like I don't know if I was about to reference the Abyss movie, but like how old am I? Anyway,
It's a
the
classic.
big goo tentacle reaches up and attacks you, Ugna.
That's fine. This is fine.
So can you remind me what your armor class is now with
22.
your bonus?
Glad I have the bonus this round.
Yeah, I think you might have beat it because I only rolled a 13 here. What is the attack bonus? Pseudopod attack. Yeah, I've only got a 19 total. So you are not hit. You managed to deflect.
My dwarven armor takes the hit.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot though that when you attacked Colorico Fuerte, because you're doing melee attacks in the goo, you get splash damage from the acid. Both of you do, in fact, which is only a d6, but that's still something. And I rolled a 6, so
Ooh.
take another 6 acid
Ow.
damage, and he takes another 3. No, he's not resistant to
Remember-
acid. What am I doing?
There's an acid Nephit who owes you a wish favor. Do you know if you could protect Ugna from the acid?
Oh.
I feel like that could be helpful if that's a favor we could call in now. Because she's down there and she's
Yeah.
going to be keep taking damage.
That's a very interesting
That
point.
is very cool.
Okay, top of the round. We're at the new top of the round. Okay.
Oh wait,
Um,
quick question. Did Trey get an attack on?
Oh yeah, no he didn't.
Oh yeah, sure. Alina, make an attack roll for Trey.
Come on, little Trey.
For Tway.
Wait.
Does he get any benefit, or does he get advantage because someone's dancing?
Or because he was basketball chest passed at them.
It doesn't change their armor class or anything like that.
Oh, I just want to
Okay.
he gets advantage. That's all I
Yeah.
care about.
Yeah.
Just roll an extra die. What's his bonus?
Sure. Less than usual because he's not a.
He's just a baby.
He's just a little baby guy.
He's just a baby.
He does get 2 attacks.
Oh, okay.
He gets multi-attack, 1 beak attack and 1 claw attack.
Well,
he only has +3 to hit.
Okay. I rolled a 15 and a 12.
Okay.
So it's an 18
that's on
and
Model
a
Fuerte
15.
who has AC of 16. So what were your
Ooh.
total, sorry?
So one was 15 and one was 18.
So the 15 misses, the 18 hits.
Perfect.
So D4 is the damage base.
I rolled another 4. So 4,
Nice.
and then whatever his damage bonus is to claw this dude in the face.
Yeah, it's a +2. So another 6 damage to Malafuerte.
Nice.
He is like, oh no,
As Trey shrieks.
Albert. He goes, Albert. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so now we're at the top of the next round. And at this point, there is a kamikaze from the shadows
Damn it.
as El Truco swings in on a rope and hurls a live chicken at
Gotta blow.
Throckmaw.
This is where I admit that I actually never liked Homestar Runner.
I mean, that's appropriate because they're your enemies here.
Just punch him in the face now.
That is a hit. The chicken does indeed explode on impact. And don't worry about the damage because I'll keep track of Throckmaw's hit points. However, there will be some blast damage to Copernicus riding on the back. That is 10 points of splash damage from the burning fire of the exploding chicken. There you go, guys. I threw in 1 exploding chicken because it was so close.
Did you
Oh,
take
was that
10 or
one of-
12 damage?
10.
Was that one of the options?
Yeah, one of the options was magical tongues.
Oh, right.
And one of the
told us
options
about that one.
was a pit of black sludge, and one of the options was exploding chickens. And it was very close between exploding chicken. Like, it was well over 300 votes for both exploding chickens and the black sludge. So it came down to a difference of like 9 or something. Yeah. Yes, Jeff is currently on another plane of existence, i.e. France. So, next up, that is El Truco. Next, I've got the dancing dude. Now, he gets another save to try and break himself free. That ain't not going to cut it.
Good.
I have rolled a 6. He does not have a +9.
Dance a
to
funky
wisdom
dance,
saves.
my friend.
He continues to dance. He begins to dance the funky chicken because of the exploding chicken. He's actually getting into it. He's kind of going, oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, check out my moves. So he can't do anything else other than fight back against Trey, because that's the only thing within arm's reach. He will, in fact, attempt to hit Trey with his green flamed blade.
Oh, you're gonna make me real mad. Don't make
He
Ugna mad.
successfully hits
Oh
Trey.
no. Who's already got like 11 points of acid damage.
Yeah. And
He didn't bring
And
that
he-
damage.
Oh no, he
He
didn't.
took
He didn't
damage.
take it because he wasn't in the pit. You
No, that's right,
hero
he got-
pointed him out.
he was going to take it until Trauman spent the hero point.
Right. I'm gonna
So
erase
he
this.
has not yet taken any damage. But he is about to
No. I've got a little section for Trey.
from the magic blade. I did not roll super high.
Good.
I rolled a 2.
Good. Good.
So that's 5 plus a d6 thunder damage, which is 5. It's 10 damage.
What is
and-
Trey's hit points?
And then another 4 from the green flame. Is he going to smite?
No.
I think he is.
I'm gonna smite him.
He's gonna smite this owlbear.
Oh
I feel
no.
like I should remind the DM that you live with party member who's most attached to this animal.
I do, and even so, I have to say, Trey goes down
Oh no!
as he throws a
No.
magic smite, and he says, "Smite it."
Is Trey dead or?
Trey is down.
Yeah.
Right? It's D&D 5e.
You get three death
there's
saves.
No insta kill.
Okay.
He's down.
Sure.
And if you slap a healing on him, it'll
Ugna
stabilize
just
him.
like Ugna's eyes turn bright red
Mm-hmm.
as you suddenly take a level of barbarian. Next up is Strong Mad. I mean, wait, Mad Strong.
Mad strong.
He is very upset about being shoved deep into the acid. Speaking of which, he takes some acid damage.
He should cry about it, like a little fish.
Yep.
Well, that's his
He's
brother.
very upset. He goes, "Arr!" And he is going to Kersmack Ugna. He is going to do.
How deep is the pit? Because I pushed him 15 feet.
That is not far enough for his movement to disallow him, but I will make a roll like you did to sort of like swim
Athletics it?
through the goo. Yeah, he's fine. He rolled an athletics roll to like actually move through this crap. And he is going, and he actually has advantage on that roll because it's strength based. So yeah, he is completely fine. Where is his special thing? I don't remember what it's called. He has too much stuff. Oh yes, mighty strike. He is going to hit you, but he is going to send you flying into the side wall of the pit. Actually, he's going to come. He's going to try and do the same thing to you. He's going to surge out and then like two-hand axe hand, and try and bash you down into the pit and do your thing.
That's called an axe handle.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep.
Wrestling nerd.
Yep.
Indeed.
Is it like this?
Yes.
That's an axe handle. Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
Around the back of the neck. Back of
So
the.
you're going to have to make a strength save, Alina.
Yep.
He has hit you, so he is going to do a bunch of
Okay.
damage.
Even with my 22.
Yes. He has a +9 to hit.
Ooh, that is not a. I'm gonna maybe spend an inspiration on that because that was a 6, which is still an 11.
11 would not do it.
12, sorry, but yeah, I'm going to spend my inspiration.
You have a 16 target number thing. Oh no, 19? I'm being told. Why is it 19? Hang on. Oh, okay.
I'll re-roll that.
No, it's 17. It's
Okay.
a total of 17.
Well, I rolled a
Unless
16 and
there's
I've got a
another
plus
+2 from
5.
Something I don't know. What'd you roll?
16, so I have a 21.
Perfect. Okay, so the splashing acid damage does 6 acid damage to you.
Yep.
His attack and hit does 5 plus. Oh, that's not a d12. I'm rolling the wrong thing entirely. Oh, it's still a 5. 5 plus 8 is 13.
Ouch.
So 13, and then the 6 acid damage. But you do not go flying down into the acid. He hits you, but you kind of like spin with it and manage
Cool.
to stay
Cool.
on the surface of the acid.
I definitely have some hit points left. I'm doing okay.
I'm sorry, I've got to get
No,
strong,
no, yeah.
strong bad out of the way. before
Definitely.
anything else.
And speaking
he just
of,
killed, or he just knocked out
Trista-
Trey, so yeah.
Speaking of Trista Fuerte, he is going to. No, I was going to do his poetry reading attack, but I think I'm going to save that. Let's see. He already did that. He's going to cast a healing spell. He recites a healing word and grants some hit points back to his brothers.
Question. I'm right behind him.
Yep.
Is that an attack of opportunity or is that those exist
No. Only attacks of opportunity in 5th Ed are only when people try to move away from you. So they're only based on movement control. They're not based on other things anymore.
No.
And he is not trying to move. He's trying, in fact, to very deliberately stay back here out of harm's way and cast a healing spell on his brothers. And next up, it is, in fact, Tromlin. You are right behind the elephantine, whatever this cross between a Loxodon and a dodgeball that stands in front of you is.
God. Probably wants to run past him, but that would give him an attack of opportunity.
That is correct.
I probably want to do it so I can try to knock Strong Bad into the pit.
You could Misty
I think
Step.
I think I can do that next round.
Yeah. You're also, if you want to, you can. So because he's not aware of your presence, you can move around him.
Okay.
Like you're only 30 feet away from where you were, or less than 30 feet away from where you were, because you wanted to be right
Here's my
behind him.
question. So as a satyr, I get a running. I can get a ram attack.
Yep.
If I attack Strong Bad from behind, would that give me sneak attack damage?
What I would do.
I
So
don't want the damage. I want basically to knock him into the pit. That's more important
Yeah.
to me than anything else.
Make me a stealth roll. Make a stealth roll. Yeah. You have disadvantage, but you have advantage from your elven cloak, so it cancels out.
Okay, that's great.
So you're just making a straight up stealth roll, because this is basically how well after you Misty Stepped have you kept your position hidden.
Mm-hmm. Then that'll be a 25.
Excellent. I will roll. No. Strong Bad. Malaforte. I don't know where I came up with that other name that I've never heard before.
Couldn't be because I was saying it. But
Malaforte is completely unaware of the direction that you're coming from, as he is too focused on gloating over the owlbear that he just dropped, and he's like, "In your face, owlbear!"
All right.
You know, and Sad Strong is like, "It's just a baby," and he's like, "It looks like a. Look how ferocious it is."
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I said in that 20.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Lower my horns.
Good.
Ram.
You can't. You try not to, but like a meh comes out as you. It's the yeah, from the Warner Brothers cartoon.
I'm more interested in knocking the pit than damage.
Yep. Well, you're still going to do a lot of damage. So roll me a D4 plus your strength bonus.
Well, that's a D4. 3.
Okay, so double that is. Give me your sneak attack bonus.
Is that a D6?
2d6, I believe. Let me double check. I think maybe it might be 1d6. I forgot that you're split.
Yeah. Split class.
I was just thinking of your level. Yeah, I think your sneak attack bonus is 1d6.
Alright, that's a 9 total then.
Where the hell is your sneak attack? Rogue features. No, it's 2d6.
Okay, then hold on. That's 9 plus 12.
I assume that means 9 plus 3. Not 9 plus 12.
9 plus 3, yes, sorry.
So 12 total, so double it from the nat 20 is 24 damage as you butt him into the pit of black sludge.
Oh, do I do a
Excellent.
concentration check to see if he's still dancing?
Yeah, make a concentration check. See if you can keep him going.
That would be... what is that? Like a strength constitution or... What's concentration?
It's a constitution save.
Okay. That's not bad. 14 plus 1, so 15.
It's a first level spell, so yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Concentration is based on the spell level.
Dance
So yeah,
in the pit of sadness, you fuck.
yep. So in he goes. He is bloodied. That is a lot of damage.
Nice.
What he just done took, because he also took acid damage.
Can he dance while he's in the acid? Like what
Or
happened?
actually, he might be a little bit below bloodied. I don't remember because he got healed just now. But still, he's not happy. He's looking
Buffering hell,
unhappy.
you fuck.
So it's up to Copernicus, and I'm going to start off with the saving throw from Throckmaw. Remember, Throckmaw gets disadvantage on this saving throw
The true name.
because you're using his true name, and it's a damn lucky thing for you because I rolled an 18, which would have made it, and a 10, which will not. His bonuses aren't on that even, right? Like, and I think your difficulty is 16.
That sounds right.
But he does not have
Or no,
enough
15,
plus.
15.
He doesn't have a +5 or wisdom save, so he is at 13, I think, or after the disadvantage. So yeah, you got him. He does not break free. You've got him for at least another round. So here's the situation. The cart is sinking. It is now to the point where the cart is almost completely below, and the crate is going with it. There's this little yellow tabaxi-like creature, but weirdly trapezoid shaped, that just went swinging by and threw an exploding chicken at you. There's Ugna covered in black slime, wrestling with this giant square man in the pit, and Malo Fuerte just went tumbling into the pit thanks to the headbutt from Tromlin.
But I think I should probably get direct Throckmaw to pull the crate to safety at this point.
Perfect. You do so, and he does. So Throckmaw flies down, grabs a hold of the crate, and pulls it out of the slime and sets it on the edge of the stone.
And then where is El Truco relative to the edge of the pit?
He has swung by and is basically on the rooftop. So he swung from one rooftop on one side of the alley to the other.
And Spider-Man rules, it's not attached to anything. He's
No.
swinging, but it's just like anchored.
It's attached to a floating bit of rock somewhere up in the air.
All right, so I'm torn between trying to yank him down into the pit with a bit of blood magic, or if I can get deposited next to Trey, I might do spare the dying to stabilize Trey.
Well, Tromlin is right next to Trey right now, and you do know that Tromlin is potentially able to. Actually, I just realized, Tromlin, do you want to heal Trey now? Because your magic item, your prayer beads allow you to do heal spells as a bonus.
Oh, I would have done that then. Yeah, I would have
Cool.
already done that.
So he's all.
So you
He's
can
stabilized.
cast the Cure Wounds as a bonus action using one of your prayer beads.
Okay, I'll do that then. What level is the cast at?
It's just a base spell cast.
1d8?
Yeah. Because you have 2 of those, remember. 2 of those beads that you can use per day for healings.
Well, that's I rolled a full 8.
So yeah, so Trey is
Nice.
stabilized and healed.
Got 8 hit points.
So, the downside to this is that my spare the dying cantrip gives me an instant 10 HP when I use it, and now I can't. I was gonna
wait.
I know it's what you did was right, roleplay wise and tactic wise. We don't risk Trey, but I'm just saying, Grandpa needed a bit of vampire juice, and you cut off his supply.
You didn't know, so it is highly appropriate.
Yeah. So I'm going to, in that case, I think I'm going to use some of my own vampire juice, bleed out a little more, and see if I can pull. Because everyone's now. Oh no. Strong Sad is not in the pit.
No, but in his defense, he's just kind of standing back there singing.
Yeah.
All he's basically doing, he's being support. He's not
Basically,
hurting any
yeah.
of us.
Yeah. Okay.
And he also did protest, "That's a baby."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Oh,
That
and
hurts
I
him.
would yell to Ugna, "Trey's up."
Good. Good.
I will point out that there is a really, really big target in Colorico Fuerte. Because don't forget about those barbarians.
Oh, yeah.
The damage sucks.
They are. I've done not a lot of damage to him because.
And you do have a rather enormous opportunity here to do a lot of damage. Because for
Yeah.
once you have an extra spell slot left and
Yeah.
are
The only problem
looking
is-
down at an easy target for a witch bolt.
Yeah, but that means double concentrating, which is going to be.
What are you concentrating? Oh, the summon greater demon is concentration, right? I
Right.
forgot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot.
So I can,
No,
I
you
can
don't want to do
multitask.
that.
I can multitask, but I'm already going to be towing the line with Throckmaw, the Burninator here.
Yeah.
So I think I'll make a. Oh, you know what? I can probably try and stun him. That's probably gonna be really helpful while he's in acid, just sitting there soaking up damage. So I'm gonna try and do a stunning chill touch.
Excellent.
And I'll throw a distracting intrusion on before I make the attack.
Okay, so distracting intrusion is its own saving throw. I will make that. That's a natural 1. That ain't gonna make it. So he will have the distracting intrusion effect, which gives him a penalty against
Disadvantage on
the other
attack
saving
rolls.
throws. Yeah.
All right, and then yeah, let's do
There's
stunning.
no. Yeah, it's just a straight hit roll. Straight
I'm at
attack
8.
roll with your spell bonus.
I'm at 18 health after I cut myself for this one.
What's your-
feeling a little woozy?
What's your hit roll?
I gotta find my d20 because I lost them into the chair.
My goodness, some pets making some trouble here.
20. 20. Dirty.
What was that? Sorry.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit. So what is your damage for that? I forget what the dice is.
2d8 plus 1 necrotic.
Isn't that you cast it at 4th level though, or is that with the 4th level?
I don't know. That's just what it says on my character sheet.
I think it probably is. Then. I think it must be 1d8 normally, and then the extra. Yeah, it is. It's 2d8 when it's cast at higher level.
No, it's 4 damage halved. Or rather, it's 4 damage, then it's halved.
It's not halved because it's not one of the types of damage he has resistance to.
Yay!
It's magic. So what's your total damage then?
Still just 4 of it. Better than 2.
You rolled 4 on 2d8 plus 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
2, 1,
that
and 1.
That is unfortunate.
Which was
No.
unfortunate. All my good damage rolls got used up by the rest of the party, and I'm happy
Yep.
for them to have them. But I'm hoping that the stun effect takes place. 'Cause that would
Yep.
be,
And then he has disadvantage to save versus the stun effect, right?
yeah.
Now, it seems to me, though, that this is probably like a con save, isn't it?
I think it is, but I think it's still the most useful thing I can do, even on the off chance here. Yeah.
Oh, no, this is the agonizing one. So
Oh,
this
yeah,
does
actually,
extra
sorry.
damage, too.
He gets plus
Ooh.
4, yeah. So 8
Yeah.
damage, and then con save.
Yep. And
Against
now
my
con
ability.
save, but he has disadvantage. But he's very good at this. Yeah, he's fine. Even with disadvantage, his low roll is like a 18.
Oh, we're right.
So he, takes this. The magical bony hand appears with its like fishhook-like fingers and stabs into his shoulder and tears out a goblet of flesh as it comes back to you.
Good.
And he does it because he's unhappy about it.
And is Thrakma able to attack after moving the crate, or no? It's moving the crates the whole turn. Is that one
I
different?
would say he can burninate.
Yay!
You would like him to burninate what exactly?
Can I hit?
Or are you not giving him a specific target?
Can I hit Colorico without hitting Ugna?
Yes, because they're no longer grappling right now.
All right, Colorico.
I'm just going to double check. I'm trying to find where the hell are the stats for your demons. I lost it again. Hey, Shadow DM. Give me the link for the demons. Because I am struggling to remember where we put it. I know that there is a thing here. Why don't I search Drive? Copernicus's demons. Copernicus demon list. Found it. Thank goodness for search functions. All right. Thrakma. Oh, this is just the vague description. This isn't my actual stats. Yeah, my Shadow DM has sent me a link. So, thank goodness for the Shadow DM. That's what I wanted. Okay, so the flame attack is a 5-foot line. So yes, you can just target the one target. So there is no attack roll. It is a saving throw, Dex save, DC 14.
With disadvantage.
Oh right, saving throw disadvantage. Good
Right.
thing you gave him that because he was going
Right.
to make it.
Ooh.
I rolled a 19 and a 4, so I guess I'll take 4. So please roll 6d6 damage.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
That's a few. That's a couple
And
damage.
I just rolled the recharge. This is one of those breath weapons that can be used multiple times.
Oh, God.
On a 5 or a 6, it can be used again, and I just rolled a 6. So
Yeah.
that fire breath is available again in subsequent rounds.
I'm rolling really well.
Oh no. I mean, good. Good for the party.
Ooh.
27.
27 damage.
But he doesn't get
Takes
reduction
him-
on this.
Yeah, no reduction. That takes him to 73 damage he's taken there. He's actually really hurt. And I'm pretty positive he's bloodied at this stage.
He
I
better
hope
be.
so.
I'd almost be dead. So.
He's the barbarian,
Yeah.
right? So you know he's got the D12s, right?
Yep.
Excellent turn from Copernicus. Ugna, you're up. So you
Yep.
you just evaded him trying to smash you into the tar, and and then you evaded this tentacle that grappled at you.
Yep.
You spin out of the way, and then this gout of fire comes from the sky above you, from the maw of Throckmaw the Burninator.
See, there are
by the
two
way,
things.
Take some more acid damage
Yep.
too.
Yep.
You're very lucky. Take 2 acid damage.
Ooh, phew.
Minimum.
Please just get out of the pit. Please just
Yeah.
get out of the pit.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say there's two things I could do at this moment. There's the smart thing and there's the vengeful thing. The vengeful thing
I
is
will
to
say-
leap TF out of this pit and then do stuff. But I do believe that Fuerte just came flying in here,
Yep.
and he just fucked up my owlbear, my sweet
Correct.
baby, my good boy.
Please just don't die in this pit. Please don't die in this pit.
You want to spend a bonus action for your second win?
I also got a healing wind. Oh, I rolled for it to see if I would do the smart thing or the the smart thing or the angry thing, and I got angry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Nope,
I'm
nope.
very, very not surprised.
Nope.
You are
Okay.
That is a very fair.
So
degree.
he comes flying into the pit, and I just grab his entire head
Which is very egg-shaped.
in my hand and just glare at him for a moment. And now I'm gonna roll some attacks.
He says, ah!
pull his mask off.
No, I don't want to see.
So that's I rolled 2 attacks. That's 2 dirty 20s. I rolled 15 on both.
Excellent. Those will both exceed his armor class. What does he have for options here? I don't think he has a good reaction. I'm just pulling up his sheet to remind myself.
I'm also gonna second wind. That's my bonus action though, but because I need some hit points. Hell yeah!
Oh, I forgot he granted a saving throw bonus to Mad Strong, but it doesn't matter. It wouldn't have been enough. What do you got?
So 8 and 7, 15 on the first one, and on the second one, only an 8.
Oh, that's the damage.
Or sorry, 10. Yeah.
Totals again.
Totals.
Give it to me again.
15 and 10.
Okay. He looks extremely woozy. He's got like stars flying around his head.
As I just go like
He's-
scunch,
yeah.
scunch, just like put
Yeah.
him into the side of the wall a
He
couple
doesn't,
of times.
grab his head and just like wunch. And I'm assuming you're saving your bonus action for
Second wind.
second win. So go for it. Use your
Yeah.
second win.
I already did.
That gives you a
I got
D10
a few
plus
more hit
7.
points now. It's good. It's nice.
So D10 plus 7
Yep.
hit points.
Yippers.
You can roll.
Did already. I had an 8 and a 7, which I desperately needed.
Okay.
Cool. But I'm not getting out of this pit, I guess. I used my action
Yeah.
to heal.
You're not. So you
Nope.
will take more damage
I
on
will
the
take
next
more
turn.
damage. someone
Okay, in fact, you may take more damage right now because the next thing that's going to happen
is
is you
going to be
get
their turn.
attacked
Yeah.
by the tentacle of a goo. And you no longer have the bonus.
No,
Which
I
armor
don't.
class without the extra bonus?
17. Actually, you know what? I should have spent a maneuver on fucking this guy up.
Do you want to?
Let's,
You
please.
have already spent 3 maneuvers, I believe.
2.
Just 2?
Yeah. I did the one bait and
One for
switch,
the-
and then the one pushing attack.
I thought you did a third thing on the, but I can't remember what it was. So
Nope.
maybe that is it. Yeah. So what do you want to do? Just the extra damage?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the disarming attack, but he's not fighting with anything.
No, and he's got that fancy weapon that was doing all the
Oh,
green
that's
flame
true.
damage.
Yeah,
you
how
could,
about-
you could disarm.
That
disarm
is the
it.
thing that hurt Trey.
Okay, so roll the extra damage, and I'll roll his saving throw with disadvantage to see if he loses. He does indeed. He gets his paladin aura bonus to saving throw, but that one of his rolls on the disadvantage is a 2.
All right, and I did a 5
This
and
is
a
the most
2 extra damage.
This is the most effective that your insidious whispers has been. Your intrusion.
So I do
distracting
an extra
intrusion.
7 damage to him. I didn't
Okay,
roll
extra
super
7. He is not looking good. In fact, that might be right near the end of his hit points. Let me double check. Pretty close. Okay. So, yeah, he's practically hanging limp in your grasp at this point.
And
He's kind of
I'm
twitching as he tries to still dance.
I'm yelling this
roll his
entire
dance
time.
saving
There's just
throw.
like this as I like smash his head into the wall.
And you did successfully disarm him. So the weapon goes flying off into the pit.
But I have not gotten out of the acid.
No, you have not. And the acid is about to get into you. So, I mean, take that. Ooh, that's an 18 to hit.
Ooh, that's 1 more than my AC.
Okay. This is a lot of damage.
Oh no.
The damage is 1d6 plus 3 plus 48 acid.
Ooh.
So you are going to take 7 bludgeoning damage
Yep.
and almost exactly average 17 acid damage.
Ooh. Okay, I've still got a few hit points.
Really?
Yep.
After another 24
I'm single
damage?
digits. Single digits.
My goodness. Okay, so yeah, and yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that aspect of it. Yep, that's it.
I'm good. I'm still good. I'm up.
And that's the top of the round. So we're back to the brothers. I'm going to start by making the saving throw for, the acid damage. I got to roll for the acid damage and see what happens to,
Fuerte.
Forte. Oh my goodness, he is not looking good.
But he's still up.
Good.
Yikes.
He's still barely
Somehow?
operational.
Boo. I wish I'd rolled better in my damage rolls.
So he is no longer got disadvantage on saving throws, and with his bonuses, he is no longer forced to magically dance. He breaks the spell.
Okay.
You didn't actually grapple him, right? You just hit him.
I just hit him.
I knocked him in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yes.
No, I meant, yeah. Ugno wasn't actually grappling him. Ugno was just punching him in the face.
Treating him like he owed her money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not the smart move, but it is the very character-appropriate move.
You have a built-in death ward, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He
Only
is
use it
going.
once.
He is going to spider climb his ass straight up the wall.
Nope, right out of there.
Yeah, he's gonna nope the ever loving shit out of here.
No to all of this.
Indeed, very no. Oh, Alina, take an additional.
Is that an attack
3
of opportunity,
damage.
though, because he's leaving my spaces?
I'm just double checking. I do believe he's got the attacks to do.
A disengage?
He's going to disengage
Gotcha.
first, and then cast his spell. Yes. he can do a disengage as a bonus. So he's going to do the disengage, and then he's going to cast his spell, and then he's going to use his movement to like run up the damn wall. But take another 3 damage because I forgot about his aura bonus that he
Still
gave the slime monster.
Up.
Mm-hmm.
Still good.
Next is Colorizo Fuerte.
I think I will stop being up now.
Yeah, you're going to probably stop being up now because he is going to punch you very hard.
I punched his brother.
Why am I rolling 2 dice? I'm so used to the disadvantage for you guys. Like, no, just a regular dice. He misses you with his first attack, but he crits with his second.
No.
That is
he
a
has
nat
disadvantage
Oh,
on attacks
no.
until my next turn, so he still has disadvantage.
From, sorry, what?
Colorico still has disadvantage on his attacks from my distracting action. It lasts until my next turn.
You used that on the other guy, didn't you?
No, I thought I used it on Colorico.
Yeah.
I thought you used it on Malo Fuerte. Sorry, I was giving him disadvantage.
But no, I was the one attacking Malaforte.
I may have screwed that up. Well, I'll keep the roll because I already used the disadvantages on a bunch of other rolls. And it's going to hit either way. And honestly, I think the crit isn't going to matter because you don't have enough hit points.
No, like
be
even a
up
normal
either way.
one would knock me out.
Yeah, it's kind of going to be irrelevant.
MLIS Revenge says Travelin is passed out from worry about Una.
Indeed. Okay,
Problem
so
about the murderous.
Ugna, he does an uppercut that sends you flying up out of the sludge with a suction noise, and you bounce off the wall of the alley.
And slump into a heap. I'm in a heap now.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother rolling the damage because it's like more than 15 for sure.
There's like stars and birds going around my head.
Yep.
I at that point had 6 hit points left.
Yep. He does way more than that. He also takes another 7 damage from the acid. And that leaves Turista Fuerte, who is going to, basically be like, what the hell are you doing, brothers? Get out of the dam.
He's singing a song about how you should get out of the acid, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe if you feel like it, you could get out of the acid sometime. If you wanted to.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? He can cast Dimension Door. I'm just double checking. Yeah, he's going to rush forward and with a big sigh. He does like a whole like, oh, why do we have to do this? And he runs towards the pit and throws himself onto his brother.
But wait, if he's running past me, do I get an attack?
Sure. Attack of opportunity on him.
I want to trip him to the fucking pit.
Everybody in the pit.
Acid, trip on acid.
He is not going to get his
That's the name of this episode. Trip on acid.
What do I need to do to trip him into the pit?
So you're going to try and do basically a trip attack. So you're just going to forego your attack effect for the trip effect. So make an attack roll from your attack of opportunity. This is using your reaction.
Do I get sneak attack damage on that, or is it just
No.
Okay, I mostly use a 3.5.
Or do you? No, you do get your sneak. No, sorry, you do get your sneak attack damage on attacks of opportunity, I believe. Let me double check. Maybe not. I'm going to say no for the moment because you're trying to trip him, not damage him anyway, and just do acid damage to him.
What is my attack?
So just a straight attack roll.
Is my attack bonus a +6, I guess?
Yes.
Okay. Then that would be a 22.
That'll do it.
Fuck
That
you.
will exceed his
Into the
armor
pit.
class. Okay, so he is going to take 12 acid damage from falling in the pit rather than landing as he wished to. but that does not stop him from doing his action. So he's still going to cast a dimension door and teleport himself and his brother, his one other target, to
Which
a
brother?
place of his choosing. There's only one brother in the pit now. Remember,
Oh, right.
Malaforte spider climbed
Noped out of there.
his ass up the wall.
Which means he's still here.
Yes, he's up the wall and has joined El Truco at the edge of the building.
Oh.
So Trista Fuerte and Malaforte and Caloriso Fuerte disappear. And somewhere in the distance, although you can still hear Calorico Fuerte yelling. "Arr! Arr!"
Okay.
So that is Tromlin next.
I'm
You
gonna
only
roll-
used your reaction.
I'm going to do a voluntary saving throw to see if Tromlin can keep his temper in check.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 1.
They were baby Trey.
I will point out that Ugna
I
is
have
still
something
in the
for him.
acid,
Nope.
which
I
is...
thought I got punched out
No,
of
you
the
did
acid.
not got punched out.
Yeah,
of the acid.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
he
say that
punched
you're
me up
not
onto
in
the
the
street.
acid anymore.
I have something for that. I have it. The casting time for Healing Word is 1 bonus action.
Yep.
So, Healing Word, and that gets them.
So we'll do the bonus action first.
It would be 11 points of damage.
Okay,
Lovely, thank you.
gain 11 hit points.
I have 12 hit points now.
And what's next?
I am going to cast at a higher level because I'm pissed. Guiding Bolt.
A following strike is going to occur.
A falling strike. Oh, at yeah.
Yeah, like you're so as Malaforte is fleeing, you are shooting at him with
Yep.
this ranged attack. Is it a hit roll?
It is. It's a ranged attack.
So go
Nice.
for it. I know we're overdue for the break, but I figured we'd finish the combat.
That would be AC 18 or better.
That'll hit.
All right, and that is dice shot at a higher level. It's 5d6 of radiant damage. Well, that's good.
Is it more than one?
Yes.
Okay then. So he ran up the wall with a spider climb, and at the top of the edge of the roof that on that side of the street, he's there with El Truco, who swung up there, and he had turned. El Truco had kind of grabbed a hold of him and was doing something that you can't see, but he turned and sort of went, "This is not over. You have stolen what I have rightfully stolen, and I should be making the delivery and making the money instead of you. You have not heard the last of," and then you shoot him
Right
with
between the eyes.
a bolt of light, and he goes, "Ah!" and goes pitching back off the top of the roof and disappears. So that hurt. Yeah, he had like 1 hit point left.
Well, I did 21 in total, so
Yeah.
good.
So next up is Copernicus.
So
You still have
they're fleeing,
Rockmall.
right?
Yeah, they've El Truco and Malaforte have just disappeared over the roof from that parting shot, and the other two vanished with a dimension door spell somewhere. You can hear in the distance, though. You can hear Colasero still like smashing stuff in the distance. He was clearly still raging wherever he came out of his teleport.
So I was going to pull one of them back into the pit so that I could call it Acid Redux, but that's just a good name for the rematch that will inevitably
Well,
happen.
referring to the pit, the black slime is crawling out of it.
Oh,
Want to make a? Actually, would you like to make me a roll?
Arcana?
Arcana?
that would be wonderful. That's a 20. Dirty.
Yeah, that's a black pudding.
Okay.
I hear those are
That's
very
a,
tasty.
That's a significantly powered monster.
How fast is it?
Not very. It's got a speed of 20, which it is currently using to climb up the sides of the pit. Now that it has no one in the pit to eat.
So I think I'm gonna Oh, and what's happening to Malaforte's weapon that fell into it? Is it carrying?
I mean, it's gone. It's like it's sunk down somewhere in there.
Sorry, wanted that. All right, I think I'm going to dismount from Throckmaw. Oh, actually, Throckmaw should probably get some saves.
Oh yes, I should do that now.
Ooh, yeah.
Throckmaw saving with disadvantage. He fails.
Good.
So I'm gonna. I think the order that I'm going to give to Throckmaw is dessert time. Get the pudding. I'm going to dismount before he heads off. And I think I'm going to cast... you know what? I should save that banishment for Throckmaw in case Throckmaw breaks free before we get out of here.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to help Ugna up. Can I do anything, like, just skill-wise to do healing for Ugna? Or is the best thing I can do, like, offer a hand up and be like, let's get out of here?
I mean, probably be. You could cast a spell, like a spell to, like you could cast a fly spell.
I think I want to save the banishment in case Throckmaw.
Gotcha.
Do you want to
Yeah.
grab the other healing bead off of me?
I think it's a tune. I don't
He,
care.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's a
can't use
tune.
it. Only you can use it.
I'm still not used to that.
Also, Ugna looks like she's back up and ready to murder, in fact. She does
Yeah.
not look happy about this.
I'm assuming you're rushing over to Trey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might actually try and then, in a rare moment of Perny realizing he needs to be the responsible, and that he's got two like emotionally and physically wounded party members, and be like, we need to get to the delivery point. Let's take it away and move.
In the interest of having a break right away, Hen,
Yeah.
how about we'll break out of combat time for most of you guys. You order Throckmaw to grab the crate and bring it to this side of the pit, because otherwise you're going to be in trouble,
Okay.
because it's on the other side of the
Yeah.
pit. And then you order Throckmaw to attack the black pudding. With Ugna up and healed, and Tromlin has more heal spells that he can use, we've established previously that Ugna can carry the crates. As long as the other two of you help Trey along, the group of you can begin moving away from this place in the hopes that whenever Throckmaw breaks out of your control, he'll still have to stay and
Yeah.
fight this.
And we lose our
This
cool
dude.
chariot, but
Yeah, it
We
was
don't
pretty
die.
fucked up already
Yeah.
from the damage.
it's like starting to bubble.
And then
Banishment ready if Throckmaw does come back. But,
let's take a break here.
Cool.
Since I'm sure everyone's
Break
teeth are
time.
swimming. So we're going to take our 10-minute break here, and then we will jump back in for a shorter second period.
Cool. See y'all in a few minutes.